All right, everybody, good evening. Welcome to the Taneytown Athletic Association meeting for January 11th, 2023. Happy New Year. We are going to go ahead because it looks like we have a representative of one who will be giving us 3 reports tonight. She'll be doing softball, cheer, and football. So Stephanie, let me go ahead and just throw it at you to give us updates.
Sure. So softball has registrations open at this point. Last year, we have a lot more girls enrolled.
Hey, Stephanie, can you
already.
bring the microphone closer to you, please?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So that is exciting to see that they're already registering. Last year, they all waited to the very end. So I think he said last night we had 40-ish girls registered already. So,
Oh, well, that's great.
yeah. Football, not much to report there. We're doing our budget meeting tonight, so we will have registration open probably by our next meeting in March. So that's fun. And then cheer is in, the full season girls are getting ready for their first comp. That'll be at UMBC next weekend. They are 6 comps on schedule, but they are fundraising hard for their trip to Florida. So they are going to Florida to compete at the one this year. Half season just finished. They did really well. The Spirit of Fall, the 3 teams came in. Dynamite came in 4th, Fearless came in 4th, Royals came in 1st for their age and level. And then the Ocean City Christmas Classic, Dynamite came in 1st, best of level, so they beat not only all the age group, but also everyone that competed as a level 1. Fearless came in 3rd and Royals came in 4th. So those girls did really well.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. That's all I got.
All right, and as far as facilities, where are you guys practicing?
We have Sundays that we fight with softball, Space 4 and FSK gym.
Okay,
So we practice from 8 in the morning till like 10 when softball is rolling in. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, we are using the community room, but we can't stunt there because the girls hit the ceiling.
community room at
New Windsor.
New Windsor, okay.
So Tuesdays and Thursdays, they clean and work their routine, but only Sundays they can stunt, so.
And no other leads for facility usage anywhere?
We have not found anything that we can use.
Okay,
Ceiling height is always.
Yep, crucial.
Ceiling height and mat storage.
okay.
Well, the expansion project should take care of that, because we're going to get that multi-purpose
Fingers crossed.
building, storage, concession, and then the big room in the middle with the ceiling height. So that'll be good. You could put the mats in the room and then move them over into the middle, and perfect. It'll be perfect. Yeah.
Okay, is there, so Lorena has 3 reports.
Yes.
So
I
I'll
do.
let you, yep, go ahead.
I'll start with lacrosse. Quick report from them. They are open for registration, and that registration closes January 27th for their spring season. I have a report from baseball. Their registration is open. It closes on February 10th for T-ball through 14U. Their 16U division opens on January 15th and is closing on March 15th. Their opening day for all teams, T-ball through 14U, will be on April 15th. Their season does begin on April 1st. And 16U will begin after the high school season is over. They are going to have a field maintenance day on March 11th and 12th with a rain makeup of the 18th and 19th in March, both beginning at 8 a.m. And they look forward to another successful baseball season. They thank the city for our continued support. Soccer's report, spring registration is opening January 15th and will close on February 15th. They have revamped their in-house program to include a 3-year-old clinic U6 division for pre-K and kindergartners, and a U8 division for first and second graders. The older groups will be participating in URSL again this season, and they will have the following age groups: U10, third and fourth grade, U12, fifth and sixth grade, U14, seventh and eighth grade, and U18 high school. They're going to be using Roberts Mill Park Field 7 days a week, Monday through Friday practices, and then games on both Saturday and Sundays. And they are planning on holding an opening day again, and they're gonna let us know what that date is once they get their schedules. So last season, their opening day was very successful, and they had a large crowd. And that is all I have.
Can I go back to you, Lorena, for baseball? They said their season opens on April 1st.
Right, but their opening day is
Okay.
April 15th.
April 15th is
Right.
opening day. I just wanted to
Yes.
make, all I heard was April 1st. and
Right,
I was
yes.
like, oh.
Oh,
okay.
no, yeah,
Okay,
we've got the Easter egg hunt that day, so
Yep.
that's clear.
okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, well then, did you have any questions for us, Stephanie, or you're good?
I am.
Okay. All right, then we will go on to old business. Just update on various construction improvement projects in the parks. So I'll throw it back to you,
Okay.
Lorena.
Memorial Park, the baseball field lighting retrofit project, we're still waiting to get this scheduled with Rodkey, who will be performing the work there. They've been very busy with a lot of projects and other customers, so they're gonna try to get that in for us. That's all I have on that particular project. Should I just keep going on the?
Sure.
Okay. The Memorial Park expansion, we held a kickoff meeting with the selected engineer, which is Aero Consulting. They had the best price and the most responsiveness. And they'd worked before on, actually, not only the expansion project Memorial, but also Bollinger. They had done some concept preliminary stuff. So hopefully, we'll have some concept design plans from them in the next few weeks, and then we'll bring it back here to TAA. Definitely by our March meeting, we'll have something.
Okay.
And then we can splash it up on the screens and discuss.
Okay.
So, but right now, the plan is we're actually gonna see if we can squeeze 4 multipurpose fields on there, plus the multipurpose building, parking, and a walking trail around that will connect, actually out to Frederick Street. So we'll see what all that looks like when it comes out on the concept plan. And that's all I have for old business.
Okay. All right, then let's roll into then new business and events schedules, I guess, for the association members.
Right, so the event schedule was sent out to all the organizations with a reminder to not schedule practices or games on event days. So I think everybody got those. You got, I think,
Remember seeing it?
no? I'm gonna send it out again. All right. Just to make sure, because I think everybody's like starting to work on their schedules
it's-
with the registrations.
all of that.
Yeah,
Stephanie, do you want, I can get you this after the meeting,
Perfect.
so you can take it with you. Yeah. Okay,
yeah.
all right. MOUs for,
Yes, MOUs for 2023, working on getting this signed. Actually, Stephanie just gave me football and softball, so that's it. We've got everybody else's, so we're all set to go for the new year.
all right, that's great. All right, and then into just budget considerations, do we have a deadline date for?
Well, they were supposed to be sent to me by the end of last month. I'm still getting some in.
Okay.
So I'm working on some pricing. And I've received requests from football, soccer, baseball, and received financial statements, which it factors into what we allocate for funding assistance. Received those statements from football, soccer, softball, and baseball. So I think we're in pretty good standing there.
Okay.
So be moving forward on that. The deadline to submit the draft budget to the treasurer and the city manager is February 6th.
Ooh,
Yeah, so I've got
early.
about 3 weeks to get everything
Okay.
together and submitted.
that's crunch time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then, all right, so we're good with all of that. So no additional comments. Stephanie, you're good?
I'm good.
Okay. We have any public comments this evening? You're good? Okay, just making sure. All right, so the next meeting for the Athletic Association is going to be March 15th, 6:30, right here. And I think that's it. Anybody have anything before I send her off to another meeting? We're good? All right, we're
Good luck this
good.
weekend.
Have a great evening.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Have a good one.
Thank you. All right. All right, so now we're going to roll in. All right. Welcome to our Parks and Rec Advisory Board meeting for January 11th, 2023. Just let the minutes reflect that everybody is here and present. All right. Everybody got a copy of the meeting minutes from our last meeting. That was on November 16th, 2022. Has everybody gotten a chance to look at that? Okay, if I do I have a motion to approve of those minutes?
I move to approve the minutes as written.
All right, I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All right, I've got Jerry to second. All right, is there any comments, concerns, additions, corrections? Okay, all in favor of approving the minutes from our November 16th meeting, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, we're unanimous. All right. All righty, so we have no reception of delegations here. Okay, so we're going to go on to, kind of sad,
It is sad.
the nomination and election of secretary. This is something that we do every January. So we have this nomination. So I am going to throw that, am I throwing it to you, Lorena, or am I just gonna?
Well, right now, as we all know, Beth has been serving as the board secretary, and I am going to actually turn it over to her for a couple of comments.
Okay. Yes, so I have recently been appointed to the town council. So I will no longer be serving as the secretary of Parks and Rec, and it's bittersweet. I'm sad to leave you, but I've enjoyed my time here, and I'm looking forward to serving the city in other ways. So thank you so much for everything.
And thank you so much for
Absolutely.
serving.
And I'll still come help
Just
you.
for, she started as an alternate, and now
Yes,
look at her, the
yes.
big councilwoman.
When you need
so-
me, just say so.
Okay.
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
You have the full schedule of
I know.
events.
I told Lorraine, I was like, I'll still come help you.
We
We
appreciate
still
that.
have that. So, since this will be Beth's last meeting, and of course, we're now going to have a vacancy on our board. So I think the best way to proceed with that is, I don't think anybody wants to volunteer as of right now to be the secretary. Okay. So, so I would like to go ahead, if somebody would motion to table the nomination for the election of secretary until the board is full. Do I have a motion to
I
do
would
that?
so move.
All right, I have Bill to motion, and that is to table the nomination and election of secretary. Okay, do I have a second on that?
Yes, I second that motion.
Thank you. I know everybody's excited to just table that. All right. So with a second on that, so if I can just get everybody, everybody who's in agreement to signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. So right now, we have a vacancy on the board, and of course, now a vacancy for secretary. If Lorena could do the wonderful honors of providing us meeting minutes until we have a full board and we can do a full election. Thank
do.
you for doing that. And thank you again, Bev.
Absolutely.
We're sorry to see you go.
I know.
All
It's
right,
very bittersweet.
it is. It's wonderful, but congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so with that, let's start with unfinished business.
Alrighty. Update on Bollinger Park Phase 1. Plans were resubmitted again. I think this is the fourth time, to the county, Forest Conservation and Engineering on December 29th. So we are still waiting to hear back from them and from engineering. Engineering, we submitted a variance request for the sight line for the park entrance. Because it's the best possible spot. We don't own any other parcels anywhere else along the road where they would prefer us to have it. So we're waiting to hear back from them on that. We already know, I've been advised by the contractor Hobbs, Excavating and Paving, that there will be a change order. He was able to hold the price until mid-November. So because the county has delayed so long, we, and that's understandable. I mean, the
Yes.
price of materials is still going up. So he'll have to recalculate that and submit a change order for us to sign off on. So that's where we are on that.
Okay. And we don't have an idea how long it's going to take for the county to,
No.
okay. Well, hopefully not forever. Yeah, we don't need that. We need to get a move in, so, okay,
Definitely.
all right.
It is. Bollinger Park is out on 194. Do you know where Meads Crossing is, the new development? Yeah, it's right across, well, the road frontage is right across from that. The main part of the park is if you turn on Fringer Road and go past like Cedar Hedge, the greenhouses, it's right back in there, those open fields back there. Yeah, yep, it's gonna be a nature trail, primarily a pollinator garden. And that's gonna be it for Phase 1. Yeah, it's just a quiet little nature park. Yeah.
All right, and then if you just want to give us an update on other park improvements?
Yes, as stated in the TAA meeting, the baseball field one lighting retrofit project still needs to be scheduled by Broadkey, so hopefully we can get that scheduled and get it accomplished before their spring season starts. I don't think it's gonna take them that long to change out the lights and the light fixtures, but it's all dependent on the weather. They have to make sure the field surface is firm enough for their equipment to get across it. Let's see, already stated that the kickoff meeting was held with Aero Consulting for the expansion project, and we hope to have that concept design in the next few weeks. And I don't have an update on the skate park project because that's not gonna start until the spring. So that's in a holding pattern until the weather turns warmer.
Okay. All right.
Is Rodkey Electric also doing the football scoreboard?
Yes,
After
they
the
are.
baseball one's done, obviously.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that should just be a quick connection from the scoreboard to the electronics up in the press box.
Okay.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Should be.
Yeah.
I was going to say should be.
Yeah.
All right, and then on to a full list of 2023 events.
Right. I think I sent that out to all of you, right? Yeah. Right now, mostly working on Wine Fest. We have 5 beverage vendors, still only have 2 food vendors, and we have 5 craft vendors now. So I sent out another invitation today, so hopefully we'll get some more responses. I did get a couple of responses from the beverage vendors saying that, yes, they were interested and they were gonna send in the forms. But I'm not gonna count those chickens until, they're hatched, till I get the registration forms. And so I think we're gonna see an uptick in the responses now that everybody's looking at their 2023 calendars. We're past the holidays and everything. So, and I'll keep you updated on that. And then the Easter egg hunt is scheduled for Saturday, April 1st. Earth Day is scheduled for Saturday, April 22nd, which is actually Earth Day. So that'll be nice, Earth Day cleanup on Earth Day. And then the Fishing Derby is scheduled for Saturday, May 6th.
Busy couple, yeah.
Yes, yes,
That's awesome.
indeed. Oh, I did want to make a note, speaking, the fishing derby reminded me, the fountain at the pond at Roberts Mill has been turned off for the winter months. The fountain components are, they're fine, they've been constructed to withstand sub-zero temperatures, but the jets up on the top, we don't want those to ice up and cause any damage. So we just thought it would be better just to turn it off, and then when it warms up, we'll turn that back on. So in case anybody in the
Yeah.
public approaches you about it.
Okay. That's good to know. All right. And then any additional updates to provide?
Working on the preliminary budget numbers. Stated before, the deadline is February 6th, so I'm hoping to have everything finished and put into the columns February 3rd. I'll email all of you that draft budget so that you can see that, and, let me know if you have any input on that. Again, I know, as in past years, our three biggest line items are going to be events, maintenance and repairs, and materials and supplies. So, but we are at a good point now. We've caught up on a lot of maintenance projects and a lot of improvement projects. So I think we're going to be in decent shape as far as like the maintenance and repairs line item. I think we'll have a better outlook on that. We won't have to spend as much, hopefully.
And then when is council's budget meeting? Sorry to put you on the spot.
No, when is it?
Yeah.
Wait, I wanna
budget
make sure I get
workshop?
you. Yeah, it is, whoops, I'm still in March. February 22nd.
February 22nd.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All righty.
And then also the survey results are coming in. We've had about 70-ish participants so far. And I gave you all a copy of the current results. I apologize for how small the print is. A lot of data. Might need a magnifying glass for that. But the preliminary results, the majority of people visit the parks on a weekly basis, and they visit them for the playgrounds, sports and games, and relaxation, walking their dogs. The majority of people also attend our events, and the majority think that the parks are kept clean on an average or above average level. So I was pleased to see that. How well maintained the features are was, the majority was average. And feedback-wise, they love the improvements that we've been making. The favorites on the events are about evenly distributed there. And feature or events that they'd like to see would be picnics, flea market, yard sale events, more children's events. So something to consider, I guess. I mean, going forward, we can have like a big picnic type of situation at Roberts Mill where, I mean, you have to bring your own, obviously. Maybe we'll have a
Oh,
couple
yeah, I
food
was gonna
trucks
say,
there.
that'll be a big line item for you, right?
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Maybe have a band there or something like that for entertainment. That could
Okay.
be something, community picnic. And then flea market, yard sale. I know, Judy, you had mentioned that before as well.
Yeah,
And that
just a
could be
community.
something that we could do at Memorial where, we charge $10 for a spot and they come, you have to bring your own table and set your stuff up and then, have your flea market there.
Okay.
We could do that. Something simple.
And the survey's still open?
Survey
for
is still
residents
open,
to
yes,
still
yes.
take?
Oh, and
Okay.
for facilities and features, they'd like to see more sports facilities, sport fields, and the most frequent request, as in past years, was for, anybody want to guess?
I think
A
it's probably gonna
pool.
be a water feature, yes.
Yes, a
something that
pool,
does not water.
pool or a splash park, which the splash park is our goal.
We're trying.
Yes, we're gonna go for that. Once the skate park project is closed out and we've got that grant reimbursement, I'm gonna apply for the same grant opportunity for the splash park.
Awesome.
Yeah, Sykesville did it, through the same grant, opportunity, and I think it turned out really well. So we're gonna do the same thing. It would, go in Memorial Park, because we've got the water lines already there. So when we get to that point, and again, we'd have the skate park grant closed out by the summertime, and then the application timeline is right about in there. I think the deadline for that is like the end of July. So we're going to put in for it, put in for the splash park for
That
that
would be great.
cycle. And then we'd know by, I think they usually notify by September whether you've gotten the award or not.
Wow.
So we'll know. We'll know by September whether
fast,
we can
yeah.
move forward on that sooner rather than later. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so just to let, and any residents that are watching, the survey is still open. Feel free to take it. Those that have already taken it but want to be more specific as far as events or activities, please do so. We encourage that. That kind of helps us guide to, have better events for our residents. So don't forget to take the survey so we know how to plan ahead.
And it only takes a few minutes. It's brief.
Yeah, it's not long. All right.
We've got it on Facebook, on Parks and Recreation Facebook page. It's been posted out, shared out to the Taneytown neighborhood page, Taneytown community group, and then the neighborhood pages like Meadowbrook and Meads Crossing and stuff. Yeah, yes, yeah.
All right, so does anybody have any questions regarding what Lorena just went through? Her updates? Okay. All right.
No, not on the old.
All right, then on to new business, the discussion of our Christmas tree lighting.
Yes, I know it seems kind of odd to discuss it in January, but since we didn't have a meeting in December, overall it went well. I just think, and it was suggested as well by those attending, that we start the candy cane hunt at 4:30 instead of 3:30, because that candy cane hunt was over in like 10, 15 minutes, seems like, right.
It didn't take long.
Yeah, and then everybody was just kind of standing around waiting until 5:30 for Santa, even though the hay rides were kind of going, but that wasn't, it's not enough going on. So we'll bump that to 4:30, and then that'll be over by 4:45, and then that won't give so much of a gap before the big
Right.
band arrives and all the other things go
Yeah,
on.
that'll give them time to go on rides or whatever, and then,
Yeah.
wait for Santa.
Yes, exactly. But that's all I have on that. I want to thank Kelly and Judy for helping out at the event, and of course, all of the hard work that you did before in decorating.
Definitely wasn't as bad as it's been in the past, but
Right.
I'm hoping next year we can up our game a little bit again. It won't be so.
We'll take
Crazy
volunteers for
stressful.
that as well. Yep.
Yeah.
How do you feel like the coupons on the candy canes went? I mean, as
I
far
think
as-
that went well. I mean, I got
Have you
some.
gotten any feedback from the?
I have gotten some feedback from the businesses, and they like that. They are having people redeem those.
Good.
Except for Tony Dental Associates, they gave us a coupon for a free electric toothbrush, and I remember the little boy getting it, but he hasn't redeemed it yet. So I don't know if it's just
early.
a toothbrush thing or what.
Maybe he lost it.
Right? I don't know. I don't know.
After I eat my candy cane, who needs a toothbrush?
Right? Yeah.
Parents will be excited.
Yeah, well, they gave us a lot of regular, manual toothbrushes for the goodie bags, for the blue candy cane prize winners. So, and I think he got one of those too. So, and there were like 3 toothbrushes in each goodie bag.
so
So
funny.
Oh,
those
that's
kids were
funny.
covered. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All right, so that is that. All right. So then we'll go on to reports. Mayor Pro Tem, do you have any updates from council?
Only that we're very excited to have Beth joining us on the council. Sorry to steal her from you, but maybe eventually she'll be sitting in this chair. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah. Aside from that, still just, looking forward to all the big projects coming up. I think, again, cannot say enough with how happy we are with just Lorena for one, and the rest of you too, for everything that gets done around here now.
No, Lorena's a rock star. She has accomplished a lot.
For
in
sure.
Such a small amount of time, and obviously it shows in the surveys to talk about how the parks are being
Yes.
taken care of, so.
Especially
Huge
safety
accomplishment, yeah, huge accomplishment, and Judy, thank you so much for all that you've done, like decorating the parks and all your spare time, and even when you didn't want to do it, you still did it, and, the kids absolutely loved it,
Well,
so.
that was good. And
Yeah,
Lorena
that-
was out there with me too.
Yeah.
so we're-
That's right.
Yeah,
Well, just a comparison. from the first survey.
Right, I was going to mention that. Once we get more results in, then I'm going to give you all a copy of the first
Even the
2020
even
survey.
with just these preliminary,
Yeah,
there are a heck of a lot more positive
Yes.
comments
that is
than there
true.
were the first one.
Right. That is true.
So,
Big difference.
Yeah, we're getting
I
there.
guess,
Yeah.
you know, you're doing really well.
Well, I couldn't do it without you guys, so I appreciate all of your help. We make a good team, and the administration, the mayor, and the council members, and the city manager, everybody. You know, it's all one big team, and we've made a lot of difference in the community, in the Parks and Rec area, so, for sure.
All right, and just to make sure, so everybody in their packets did get their events for 2023. Keep that list in mind. You know the big events that we have and the need for volunteers. So I don't want to torture the members to volunteer, but please, if you could volunteer your time, the more the merrier. And that is for any resident that wants to volunteer their time at any event as well. We would appreciate it. That's how we make events happen in our city for our residents. So if you are interested in volunteering, please contact Lorena to get more information, and we can provide you with a full list of events for this year, so. All right, so we're gonna just go on then. Any board member comments? Let's go, Mr. Harvey.
No comment, just congratulations to Beth for her new appointment. Very excited for you.
Thank you.
Mr. Hobbs?
Yeah, I don't have any new comments.
No comments? All right.
I don't
This is
have any
your-
comments either, but I will miss you all. Thank you, thank you.
We'll miss you too.
Miss you too. All right, Bill, do you have any comments?
Well, I want to thank Beth for all the many hours she has put in while I've been a member of the board, working on everything. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And secondly, I'm going to refer back to what is probably going to become my pet project. Since Memorial Park expansion is, planning stages are underway. Bolinger, we're waiting on the county, which may take forever. And all the other things that we've done. Is there any way we can do some of the very, very early preliminary work on the festival park?
Well, Public Works, I think we've discussed before how Public Works needs a new facility. And they were going to use some of the road frontage out there at Festival to construct their big headquarters building. If and when they do that, then they'll get water, sewer, electricity in there. So
Okay.
that's going to be our basic infrastructure that we can hook up to on the electricity anyway. So we're kind of hoping and crossing our fingers that they do get that building out there. Hopefully within the next year.
Yes, desperately.
That will also, just as a side note, free up that big storage shed that's near the shop down at Memorial Park with the
Yeah.
two big garage doors on either end. So we can put baseball stuff in there, get rid of those old rusty sea containers out there in the field. We could put the Christmas decorations in there, so it'll be easy to decorate and stuff like that and other things. So, but we're waiting on Public Works to get in there, so that way we get that basic infrastructure in.
Like was done for the Memorial Park and for Bolinger both. There was the aerial view. If we could get that, so we can start outlining what can go in there.
Yeah, we
Other
could
than
do,
the
we could do our own
amphitheater.
in-house, if you will, concept sketches,
Yeah.
you know, or what have you. Yeah,
So that when we're ready.
right. So that
Yeah.
way, when we're ready. to
That
move
way,
forward
you
with
know,
an
it's just the
engineer.
beginning, elementary, you know, because I know that's, that's in 3 years down the road budget or something
Yeah,
for the beginning of that.
right, yeah, for that.
But if we can start just getting ideas, thinking about it,
Gotcha.
probably would help us down the road.
Yep. Yes, indeed.
All right, Bill's on it. He wants to see Festival Park up and running, which I don't blame him.
I am actually excited for that.
I am too. I think it will be another great asset for the community. So there's a lot more that needs to happen, obviously,
Oh,
before
yeah.
we can start
But I
getting
think
a lot of cars down there.
Once
but-
that is up and running, it could be a moneymaker for the town.
Always like those. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Which, you know,
All right.
also could bring in tourist dollars.
Yes, absolutely. Economic boost.
That's right. What? All right, and then any public comment? If you have any comment, you can come up here and ask any questions that you want, or if you're good. You're good? Okay. All right.
We're pumped that you're here. There's never
Thank you for
anyone
coming,
here.
Tony.
We're happy to see you here.
Yeah.
Well, we both just moved here. Grew up in Frederick County, so we, you know, we're not foreigners really, but we just moved here and we go to the parks all the time and play soccer up in Westminster. And we like, my fiance and I, we love to play disc golf. She'll be very excited about the nature trail you mentioned
Yes.
coming from Memorial. Because we walk around there and she's like, oh man, we need like a little trail.
Yes, yeah, the walking trail will be nice there and the expansion.
Hear about that. So
Yeah,
all in good time, I'm sure.
yes.
Well, thank you for attending and welcome to
Thank you for showing
Taneytown.
up. We
And
appreciate it.
and thank you for being involved and wanting to know what's going on. So
And everybody else who may be listening.
that's right, come on down.
Join us.
Here we
We're here.
are. Yep, here we are, every
We'd
month.
love to see y'all.
So our next meeting date for us is going to be February 15th. We're starting at 6:30. And is that it for everybody? We good? All right, do I have a motion to adjourn our meeting for this evening?
Move that we adjourn.
All right, I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
I second that motion.
All right, all in favor of adjourning for this evening signify by saying aye.
All right.
Aye. All right, we will see you in February. Have a good evening.